All right, an appropriate background as we join you back from Pont Aux Chene with Christine Russell, District Attorney of Lafourche Parish, Joe Waitz, District Attorney of Terrebonne Parish, and we're going to talk a little bit about FEMA in this section because as you can tell in the background, yet another house is gone, no FEMA trailer. So many people are calling HTV, are calling Christine, are calling Joe, are calling everybody to see how they can get a trailer. And Christine, I'm sure y'all have answered many a call, and it's so hard to track where the problem is because you keep getting a song and dance story from everybody, but I know y'all been putting a lot of pressure on them also.
Yeah, and our local government, of course, President Archie Chasson has been working really hard to put pressure on them as well and remind them of what their obligation and their duty is, which is to help people. It's very frustrating. People don't know where to turn. I know they call us and we try to put them to the right people. The process is confusing, it is frustrating, and it shouldn't be that way. We have this government that's here to help. It's supposed to be there to help, and it should never be this difficult to get the aid that we're supposed to get to our people.
Yeah. Joe, it almost seems like it's a, you know, FEMA tells you they turn it over to GOSEF, the state, and, you know, but FEMA's ultimately responsible for paying the bill, so it's almost like they give you a little song and dance to try to buy a little time, and I'll be honest, it's almost like they're stretching some of the people out in order that maybe they'll forget, but how can people forget when they're living in tents and some of them have no place to go?
Martin, it looks like a shell game that they're playing between the different agencies. And when you go to the Civic Center, you go to over around Luling, and you see these big pens with hundreds of trailers in them, with people like this, with no house, living underneath, with no place to stay, no facilities, not a shower, not even a cold shower. It really is disgusting to see that kind of reaction that we've had down here. When I watched the interviews on your show, and they said, "Oh, we try to call them." Come to me. I'll put a team together. We'll find them as quickly as possible. I have a child support team, so does Christine. We'll put a team together. We'll get them. And there's no reason for these trailers to be in that tent for that length of period of time. They've been in there for weeks and weeks.
I think what people have miscalculated about Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish, and I don't say this in any disrespect to any other place that has been hit by a hurricane, but the resiliency of the people here and the fight that the people here have, you know, for FEMA or anybody else to come down here and say, we're just gonna do what we do and get out of here, not in these parishes.
Martin, this isn't a new program. They are set up to go to disaster areas to help people. That should be a well-oiled machine that's actually getting this stuff to the people as quickly as possible. And to see what we're seeing over there at the Civic Center, it's just, it's sad. It's really sad.
Hey, Christine, we had a Miss Bonilla call us this morning. We've had 20 or so phone calls a day at HTV. I'm sure y'all get inundated. People don't know where to turn or what to do. She's lived in her home for 57 years. It's no longer there to live in. She can't get a trailer. How can y'all help people like this?
You know, when we get the phone calls, we're making calls to our parish administrator. We're making the phone calls for them, trying to get them the contact information that they need so they can start making that calls too. They are frustrated. We're telling them who to call as much as we possibly can. But sort of like Joe, call, let's see what we can do. We're pushing as much as we can. They can't forget that we're here and that we need help. And the louder we scream, the louder we go at them, eventually they have to get us what we need. Like Joe said, I thought you would think it's their first hurricane that they've ever experienced. I mean, this is not the first one. They should have been ready to go, and we should have had our supplies a month plus ago.
So, Joe, you were telling me, you sort of hinted to the fact, let's tell the audience, if they come to you, you have a team, you put them with the team, and what does the team do from that point?
Well, my understanding is that they're having difficulty getting in touch with the people that may need a trailer. I'll go find the people. I'll bring them to you. I will make that connection happen immediately. And so there will no more of this BS that say, oh, we can't find them, we're trying to reach them, we don't know where they are. I'll find them. Right. They're not trying hard. I don't think they really care.
And what about the fact that some people that call us say, they've told us we're in a flood zone. Well, okay, most of us are. We're in a flood zone, but the neighbor next door has a trailer that was just delivered. The FEMA director told me this morning, well, that's the state. They can get stuff out more readily than we can. FEMA's paying the bill. What's the difference?
There is no difference, and they should be working together to get us what we need and these people what they need.
It's all one and the same.
It is one and the same.
So, you know, as we close, so once again, give the numbers where they could call and maybe y'all could help. I'll let y'all talk directly to the people.
You can always call our office with any questions at 985-447-2003.
985-873-6500 or 985-873-6868. That's both of my service office and the DA's office, and someone there will be able to help you.
All right, there you have it. That's important stuff, folks, because if you're running into a brick wall with FEMA, don't listen to the song and dance. Tell them you heard it directly from the district attorney and fight the people that you're talking to. Don't just take their word for it thinking that they know all the answers, because they don't. They just, I do believe what DA said, it's a shell game. Fight through the shell game. Call your district attorneys, your sheriffs, your law enforcement officials. Get the help you need and keep fighting for what you deserve, because a lot of you don't have a place to live. Fight and fight hard. We'll be right back.
Beginning this season, Friday night sports game highlights will still be aired, but without commentary on Friday night. HTV will choose 3 games per week, and those highlights will be featured on our Sports in the Bayou program that will air on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Join Bobby Adair, Mike Detillier, Rich Maudy, Stan Gravois, Harry McCullough, Dr. Pat Hagan, and Martin Folse as they bring you all of the Saints, LSU, Nicholls State, and high school highlights on a weekly basis.